Hi, I'm Matt from Campus Automotive, and today we're going to do something just a little bit different. I've got my 2018 Ram 2500 HD with a Cummins in here. I need a set of 4 tires because the original OE tires are worn out. So I want to get some input from you guys from what you think. I got 3 tires to go through with you that I've selected that I've got to make my choice out of. So hopefully your comments will help me make that choice. I think I already know what I want to do, but I'd like to see what your real world feedback is on that. The original tire was a Firestone Transforce AT with an outline white letter. At 50,000 miles, which will be next oil change for me, they're due for replacement. We're going to look closer at the tire, but as you can see, probably they would last a little bit longer than 50,000 miles, but I'm not going to risk it because traction is terrible right now and they're really hard as a rock and they ride really rough. I think the next tire that I'm looking to get another 50,000 miles or better out of. So I'm hoping to upgrade what's already on there and meet some of the needs that I have. Some of the good things about the Transforce AT, obviously they're an OE tire, so they meet the requirements of FCA when they build the trucks for noise, vibration, and harshness, fuel economy, ride and handling, rolling resistance, and all that other good stuff. So they do have good fuel economy. There's not much there that's really holding you back. They're quiet. They've always been quiet. They've wore evenly as possible. I've never had a flat, a nail, a screw, or anything puncture the tire at all. So that tells me the tread compound and the sidewall are super tough. I've had them in mud, sand, light snow, and mostly highway driving and never had a minute's trouble with them. They have white letters on them. No other tire in that size has white letters on them. And I think it's got a cool look to it, but I'm willing to give that up for a little more capability. So we're going to look at a few things. Tell me what you think in the comments below. So just to give you guys an idea of what I use my truck for on a daily basis, obviously I use it as my daily driver. I pull a 12,000 pound fifth wheel RV with it. I use it for a shop truck here at Campus Automotive in Mako where you get body parts, auto parts, tires. I pick up everything with that truck if I need to. I use it as a family vehicle. We take it to church on Sundays. I take the kids to school, to soccer practice, basketball, the whole 9 yards, just like a minivan. I use it to travel for work. I travel a lot for work in the state of Virginia and outside the state of Virginia. I use it to tow trailers for my towing company when it's necessary. So if we get a call for a truck that needs to be towed that might be pulling a trailer, a dump trailer, a flatbed, or maybe some ATVs or something like that, I use it for that too. In the wintertime, I only drive it in the snow when absolutely necessary because I don't like brine and road salt on my truck because it just rusts everything. So I try to keep it inside and not out in those elements. But if I have to, I need to be able to go when it's time because it is a heavy truck. So the tire requirements are a lot more because you need more traction to keep you moving forward. So as you can see, this Transforce AT, it does have outline white letters. No other tire in this size has outline white letters. It's a 285/60 R20, which is a Ram only size. Ford uses a little bit bigger size and GM uses a little bit smaller size. So you can see it's pretty plain looking. I think the truck looks cool with these 20-inch rims. Obviously, you lose a little bit of ride quality because you don't have as much sidewall. So I'm not sure if I would get 20-inch wheels on another truck. I'd probably get 18 just to grab that extra sidewall so it would ride better. But right now, the tread depth measures about 3/32. So the legal limit in Virginia is 2/32. So they'll still pass an inspection. And see these wear bars right here? All right, these wear bars are an indication that the tire is down to 2/32 and it's ready to discard. A little bump in the middle of the tread tells you when it's time to replace them. While I think they would probably last maybe another oil change, I don't think that it's a good idea for me because right now, if it rains outside or if just the slightest bit of snow or something comes, there's literally no traction whatsoever. So it's time to replace them. It's been a good tire. One interesting note is Firestone's already replaced this tire with the Transforce AT2, but that tire is not available in this size. So I'm not sure why that hasn't happened yet because it's supposed to update some tread compounds and some things to make it a little bit better tire. but they haven't done that yet, so I'm not sure why. See, this is what they call a B&W companion fifth wheel hitch. It's a slider. So your fifth wheel, if you get it jackknifed, you can slide it back so it doesn't crush the cab. It fits in these factory pucks that Ram has already. So it's just a direct fit. If you've already got the gooseneck package on it, it just fits right in. Turn those handles and lock it down and it's ready to go. All right guys, this is my 3 options. This is the tires that I've selected out of all the tires that I sell to put on my truck. Each one of these tires I've owned once before on a different truck or SUV, so I have experience with all of them, so I like them all. The first one, obviously, the BFG K02, the new General Grabber ATX, and the Continental TerrainContact AT. So I got a lot on my mind when I'm doing this because I use my truck for so many different things. I'm sure that all these tires would be great. The pros of using this BFG would obviously be good traction. You know, it looks good, obviously. It's got the 3-peak snowflake rating for that snow and winter driver. The con is, you know, it might wear faster than the other 2 because I know BFG has had a little bit of trouble with this K02 on tread wear and longevity. The other thing is, it's a little bit shorter and smaller than these other 2 tires, even though the same size, 285 60/20. If you can almost tell in the video how they're just slightly shorter, but maybe a little bit wider than the Grabber ATX and the TerrainContact. So that's a little bit of a con too. You can obviously tell there's a difference in the tread depth between the K02 and the ATX. So that might come into play and might be an issue too. The next option is obviously the General Grabber ATX, which is an awesome tire, a lot of traction. I've had a lot of luck with this tire selling it to customers, and when I've owned it myself, it looks great, got great traction, 3-peak snowflake rated, does have a rim guard beside the rim so that you can protect the outside of your rim. Not a lot of sidewall styling on it, so you can keep them nice and shiny if you like to do that, which I do myself. The only con is this deep tread depth causes them to squirm a little bit when they're brand new. But right before you get them broke in, you can kind of feel the truck underneath you kind of squirming and a little disconnected from the road. So that's a possible con. Another con is they have higher rolling resistance and your fuel economy will probably drop just a little bit from the factory Transforce AT because there's more tread depth, more tread blocks, and everything else. Also, it's going to be the noisiest of the 3 just because the difference in the voids between the tread blocks. So that could be an issue for me too, especially since I'm doing so much highway driving. I think I would wear this one out faster because of just the simple fact that it's just so much wear and tear on a tire to be running really fast. So a little bit concerned about that. The third option is the Continental TerrainContact AT. Now I've had a couple sets of these. I got a set of these on my Suburban. I have a set of these. I had a set of these on a Chevrolet 3500 HD that I have. I bought them when they first came out. It did really, really good. Does really, really good on the Suburban. There's a detailed review on this tire on one of my YouTube videos where we actually take it out in the snow and test it. So check that out too. It's the tallest of the 3 tires, which is kind of cool because I get just a little bit more height on that tire to give it more visual heft. So I think it'd be a good option. I do like the way the tread is designed. I think for highway use, I think the closer tread blocks and almost the solid shoulder will help it last longer, especially on my highway driving, because when I drive on the highway, I roll and I run fast, and I need that stability on the highway. Also, I need stability during towing. Since I tow that 12,000 pound fifth wheel, having the stability of this tire is really going to help. And I think it'll last the longest of the 3. So I'm sort of leaning towards this tire out of all 3. You guys feel free to comment what your opinions are in the comments if you have anything that you've had better experience with. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe, hit the little bell for the notifications when I come out with a new video. Thank you so much for watching.